This video is about America versus Islam, and it is a non-biased point of view. You know, I personally have disdain in my heart for Fulanis, House of Tribes, Boko Haram, etc. I see Al-Qaeda as a group that's set up by America to bring in Muslims who are angry at America and direct their hatred in a fashion that helps America bring in security measures and foreign policy, which benefits big corporations like IT, internet technology, information technology, services, the infrastructure like telephone poles, oil, of course, banking, all the things America uses, to extort other countries. But anyway, when looking at this, as fairly, as possible, let's start off with homosexuality. America is for homosexuality, basically. You see it in the news, gay marriage. Feminists are a lot of lesbians, so they are part of the gay community. The gay community covers the gay politics and the feminist side of politics as well, for obvious reasons. And so when you go into homosexuality, America's attitude is yes, who cares about God? Islam's attitude is no, that's why the world ends. I agree with Islam. When it comes to feminism, America's attitude is yes, who cares about God? Let's let inferior forms of life rule. Women who have periods, who we all know manipulate people. We all know historically are the evil ones. That's why the sun temple is the light, and the women's temple tend to be associated with the night and Semiramis, because women, manipulate people, and they tend to have their way at night, and they tend to use their husband's resources while he's gone and think it's cute and think it's funny. They're basically like the devil that ruins everything, where the guy goes out and tries to build everything up. Then we go to the divinity of Christ. So I agree with Islam on feminism. In fact, I agree with Islam on all these points, to keep it simple. Islam says, no, it's a man's world, especially African and Arab. Divinity of Christ. He don't exist, or he is God, versus no, there is one God. Of course, I agree with Islam on that point. The rape of women. America's attitude is selective punishment for political dissidents and minorities, while whites, especially at Ivy League schools like Stanford, get away with it, versus a universal standard that considers what is truly correct, which is, in different Muslim countries, they have different ways of dealing with it, but the importance of it is, where it should be. It's not that big of an issue when you're talking about women being raped, especially if they're doing something they weren't supposed to do. In fact, they're supposed to be punished for being that stupid. It's kind of like if your kid steps into a fire, first you're gonna feel bad for them, but then you're gonna want to punish them for being dumb enough to do it in the first place. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, marriage of more than one woman. America's stance is no, because women should be calling shots, like Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton and Janet Napolitano and all those other demonic vampires. Islam's stance obviously is yes, because women don't matter, and I agree. Martyrs, you must be nuts, versus it's the bravest thing there is. I mean, think about it. America is so dumb that they think that someone who would die for what they believe in is insane and is mentally unfit to live and mentally unhealthy, versus what he really is. Okay, prayer. Oh, we don't believe in God anyway, or it's superficial, and we're women who pretend to be Christians who worship a mother God instead of the Father, etc., etc., versus 5 times a day taken very seriously. Very, very seriously. Jihad. Oh, it's a mental disorder, just like being a martyr, versus obviously it's what God would want you to fight for divine principles. And the trajectory of the movement, okay, is another thing. Everyone hates America, and they're going broke. They in debt, and the debt is piling up, and they're basically on a spending spree, and the world is taking the brunt of it, and they're all mad about it, and they're extorting everyone, pissing them off. Versus the victim, who has the fastest growing religion of the meek, who inherited the earth. Thank you.